Hello and welcome to another edition of Cold Can Reviews. I'm your host Mean, and today we're trying something that's a little bit different than normal. This soup, you know what? Let's just go for it. Today we're going to be trying cream of mushroom condensed soup. Now, this is condensed soup, so you're really supposed to add water to this, but I don't do that. I just eat it like it is. I used to be a big fan of cream of mushroom back in the day. I kind of grew out of it a bit. I'm pretty happy with it still. I like cream of mushroom. But it's been a while since I've had it by itself. So I'm kind of excited for this. I think this has the potential to be a really good can. But let's get it open then. So before we get too far into this can itself, or even open it up, I want to take a look at the whole can. This is a 10.5 ounce can, 298 grams. It's a little bit smaller than most soup cans that are designed for eating, but that's where we get into this one where, as you see here on the top, it says condensed soup, but at the top it says great for cooking. For the most part, cream of mushroom is used for cooking. It's used for adding to other things or altering heavily and not just eating how it is. So we got the quick facts here: 100 calories, 1 gram of saturated fat, 870 milligrams of sodium, and 1 sugar per 1/2 cup serving. Flipping over to the back, we have about 2.5 servings per this container. So, a good 250 calories, which isn't bad. It's a good amount of food. Looking at the nutrition facts, as stable as I can. Like I said, 100 calories, 50 calories from fat per serving, 6 grams of total fat, 0 cholesterol, 50 milligrams of potassium, that's pretty good, 1 gram of protein. The ingredients are pretty straightforward. Oh, that's going to be bad. I'm going to get that better. Anyways, there we go. There we are. Water, mushrooms, wheat flour, soybean oil, and then, a bunch of other stuff that's in small amounts. As far as serving instructions go, you're supposed to mix soup with 1 can of water or milk. I'm not going to do that, like I said. I'm just going to eat it straight out of the can. Let's go take a quick look at the Best By date here. I always find the Best By dates interesting. So the Best By date is in 2021, which is a good amount in the future. So, not a bad Best By date. We got the standard pull tab on the top, so let's get this open. So we have our can. See there? A little hiss on that. Let's see, pull back. I always struggle with these so much. Alright. Wasn't that bad. Wow. See, I have condensed soup all the time. Hold on, I'm gonna move the camera. I have condensed soup a lot. I don't tend to have, actually I've never had condensed mushroom soup. Now if you notice, this is very solid. It's jiggly. Which is interesting. Yeah. Yep. Let's get into it. Delaying the inevitable. Wow. It's like pudding. Okay. So you can see there's a good amount of mushrooms and a lot of solid cream. It's going to be a lot like pudding, I think. That's my thought right now. And it is. That's not bad. That's really all not that bad. I was very concerned when I saw the way it looked. That's not bad. It's actually pretty good. It's really salty, which I guess is supposed to happen with condensed soups because they expect you to dilute it a lot. But it's good. It is a lot like it's the consistency of pudding, essentially, with mushroom chunks, but it's not bad. It's good. It's very edible. I quite like this so far. I'm gonna keep eating. Alright, well I'm about halfway through this by now. Still very pudding-like. Getting a little less smooth though. As you can see, I'm about halfway through. Still good. Salty. Very salty, but still good. So as you can see, we're about almost done really. Just a little bit of layer at the bottom. So far so good. Very salty, very heavy, very difficult to eat in a way. Unlike most other condensed soups I've had, I definitely see why they recommend adding water to this one. I definitely add milk though, just go along with the cream. Still, very good. Well, I just finished this can. It was great. A little bit difficult to eat, just because of the heavy solidity of it. It was very condensed, which is kind of expected, so I'm not really surprised by that by any means, but yes, it was. It was a great can. I was happy with that. I wonder how similar that is to, this is Aldi's brands, Chef's Cupboard is Aldi's brand, so I wonder how similar that is to name brand. Probably decently similar, but still, it was a great can. I'm going to go ahead and get into the reviewing portion of it. I'd say as far as taste goes, I give it a 5 out of 10. The mushrooms are very good, and that was what I expected. Well, it was a little better than what I expected. I expected the mushrooms to be a little bit worse than what they were. They were very good. They were very good flavored. They were very good sizes, very good chunks, very good portions. However, the cream was very bad. But I'm not really all that surprised with that, considering the situation. The cream would have been fine if you added water or milk. It's just that the condensed that it'd be bad. So it's not too big of a penalty, but still big enough to counteract how good the mushrooms were. So a 5 out of 10. I'm gonna cut smell. It's not important. I'll just throw that into utility in the end. We'll just get into utility. It's a good can. It was filling. It was a little bit hard to consume because of the condensedness. Definitely not a flavor for everybody, so I wouldn't recommend. I can't see anybody just being, this definitely isn't something you pack, definitely isn't something you really want to keep for late night consumption. Still a good can if you like the flavor. It's still a great can, but definitely not the best utility beyond what it's supposed to be. I give it a 5 as well. So overall, it's a 5 out of 10, or about average. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't very good though. It was cream mushroom condensed soup. I'm a fan of cream mushroom, but overall it's just soup and condensed soup, so it was difficult. But what are you gonna do? Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, and sometimes you get mediocre ones, and that's what this was. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'm your host, Mian, and I'll see you guys next time.